beauty, we ain't gotta go that far. Truth be told, it's in your own backyard. We're an island like no other place could match it. Yesterday was a t-shirt, today you're zipping up your jacket. But you wouldn't trade it away, matter of fact, you missed home too much when you went away to Halifax. The trees, the mountains, the breeze made you travel back to Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Everybody has an idea of what perfect really is. Well, just look right here, we got it all, man. Do I wanna leave? Not at all. And I'm proud to say that I'ma be a caper till I'm gone now. I ain't never played a fiddle before, but since I got older, I've been listening more, man. The talent on this island, it just blows me away. And you know that's what all my capers say, man. It's got me thinking.
We are an island, a rock in a stream. We are a people as proud as there's been. In soft summer breeze or in wild winter winds. Check it out. The home of our hearts, Cape Breton.
Tracks, where you at?
The home of our hearts, yeah, you never get it wrong. From the rain in the sky to the Kelly's mountain fog. You know when you're here, you can taste the salt air. Hear the North Sydney Ferry all the way in the pier, yeah. This place is one of a kind, the only place that you find June bugs in July. We the home of the fiddle, yeah, the home of the prize. So crack your beers all around, make a cheers to the buys. You'll have plenty of fun, and if you don't understand us, grab the mother tongue. Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, a rockin' the stream, where we rockin' the streets and living life to extremes. Feel a cool summer breeze and the brutal winter freeze. Either way, it's safe to say, take a trip to CB, cause this is where it's at when you wanna get away. We're just over the causeway, we'll be here every day.
We are an island, a rock in a stream. We are a people as proud as there's been. In soft summer breeze or in wild winter winds, the home of our hearts, Cape Breton.
Like I said, this place is awesome, and it ain't hard to tell from the big fiddle to the cabbage trail. Rita McNeil and the Rankins, Alexander Graham Bell. Ride through the north side, lick a chick is what you smell. But it ain't all about the chicken and famous dudes. Take a cruise, Rollies Wharf music, it'll make it move. This ain't a huge island, everywhere is nearby, and everybody says, how's she going there? By the stereotypes, we don't need a list of facts. Like everybody's last name is either Mick or Mac. Everybody just sits around and debates on the best hockey team or how to pronounce H, but we love the island all the same. It's like, dude, I think I know you, what's your father's name? That Cape Breton lingo, man, don't even start. But that's why it's the home of our hearts, man, that's why we sing. CB, it's the place to be. I said Cape Breton Island is the place for me. Yeah, the Maritimes, it's the way to go. And I'll be repping them at every show, everywhere I go. Because
we are an island, a rock in a stream. We are a people as proud as there's been. In soft summer breeze or in wild winter winds, the home of our hearts, Cape Breton.
the home of our hearts, man.
And we are an island, a rock in a stream.
The Maritimes,
We
man, this place is
are a
beautiful.
people as proud as there's been.
place
In
is just too
soft
perfect.
summer breeze or in wild winter
It's the home of
winds,
our hearts.
the home of our hearts, Cape Breton.
Where my capers at?
That was Kyle Mischiek with We Are an Island here on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Woodrow, your host. Welcome to a full episode here of East Coast music videos, along with some news about the artists that you may want to know a little bit more about. In this episode, I'm going to have some brand new videos from Paul Moore, as well Dustin McCall, The Town Heroes, along with a StanFest check-in with PEI's Lenny Gallant, one of this year's StanFest performers. Also, I'm going to announce the winners of 2 contests from last week's show, a Robbins $25 gift card and a Nova Scotia Summerfest 2 weekend pass, so stay tuned. We'll get to those during this hour. Now, I found this next artist through social media, and it's rare to have an East Coast musician record in Gaelic. But here is Brad Murphy with Ailen Dwin on an East Coast Hour with Chuck.
harish Alendine oh hearing land oh wouldn't know oh Alendine oh hearing land Chulamigan jachu arish Ravata chugarich Alendine oh hearing land yo wouldn't know yo Alendine oh hearing land Ravata chugarich skunjachu chiremanin Alendine oh hearing land yo wouldn't know yo Alendine oh hearing land Skunjachu el chiremanin Chabeshet marakala Alendine oh hearing land yo wouldn't know yo Alendine oh hearing land Chulamigan jachtavag Retruach nach mi van lavrut Alendine oh hearing land oh wouldn't know yo Alendine oh hearing land Alendine aloin en lianen Chulamigan jachu harish Alendine oh hearing land
That was Brad Murphy with Ailen Dwin here on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Woodrow. Ailen Dwin can be found on Bradley's album called Buell, and which was released in May of 2023, and that was filmed back in October of 23. You can find more information about Bradley at his website, www.bradleymurphy.ca. Let's move on now to the next video. Here is Paul Moore. This is My Ghost on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
Guess the drinking had gone to your head. something went wrong. You didn't make it home. The blue skies are gone. Your ghost lingers on. You drove through the night. You didn't see the light at the end of the road. You had a good life, but left your poor wife and your children alone. Now you're my ghost. Now that the children are gone, they're grown up and live far away. And all of those stories you told will live in our hearts every day. 'Cause life will go on. The nights are too long, and the blue skies are gone. Ghost lingers on. You drove through the night. You didn't see the light at the end of the road. You had a good life, but left your poor wife and your children alone. Now you're my ghost. Now you're my ghost. You drove through the night. You didn't see the light at the end of the road. You had a good life, but left your poor wife and your children alone. Now you're my ghost. Now you're my ghost.
That was Paul Moore, My Ghost on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Woodrow. Paul now lives in Timberley, Nova Scotia. He played in a band for the early 80s that you may recognize the name. They played a lot here in Atlantic Canada.
You make me weightless when I get home and float around melancholy living room. You make it painless, like I am on a sail made of it all the time.
The name of the band was Sea Spot Run. Now, I know the name of the band. I've seen them perform years ago because I did work in the downtown industry and saw them perform a number of times in Halifax. They were originally from Montreal. Now, Paul left the band after touring Canada for a few years and he moved to Nova Scotia in the early 90s. His two brothers eventually moved to Nova Scotia as well, and together they put together a band called Almost Twins. And they played the circuit around here for a few years, then decided to start doing their own thing. Let's move on now to announcing the winner of the Robbins $25 gift certificate donated by Robbins and Airshot. That gift certificate is good for anywhere in Nova Scotia at a Robbins. So congratulations going out to Pam Samson of Little Ants. She is the winner of the Robbins $25 gift card. Pam will be in contact, let you know how to go about getting that. We're going to announce the Summerfest winners coming up in just a bit, so stay tuned. We'll get to that. Let's continue on now with another video, the public service. This is Lost Soul Rodeo on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
driving just to go somewhere. To the Herring Cove lookout, I sit and I stare. Turn the headlights off and give the engine a rest, till the only thing running is in my chest. Now I believe that good things must come to an end, but they don't ever tell you just how and just when. Yeah, all they ever tell you is to march to the beats, and when you get to the end you can rest in peace. When I was a kid, I never thought that I'd grow up to be it. Life's so rodeo. Look at me now, I'm on the edge of something and I'm breaking out. Life's so rodeo. Well, at some point, baby, our love went out to sea, and it got lost somewhere, but it was tied to me, and it was tied to you, and we were standing there with a love that was lost out at sea somewhere. And you can spend your whole life afraid of doing it wrong. You can spend all of your time singing a sorry song. Well, the story that you're telling, yelling in your mind, well, guess what? It ain't gonna tell you what to do this time. Hey! When I was a kid, I never thought that I'd grow up to be it. Life's so rodeo. Look at me now, I'm on the edge of something and I'm breaking out. Life's so rodeo.
Babe, I keep the motor running.
When I was a kid, I never thought that I'd grow up to be it. Life's so rodeo. Look at me now, I'm on the edge of something and I'm breaking out. Life's so rodeo.
That was The Public Service with Lost Soul Rodeo on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Woodrow. Now, that song was the first single from the debut album by George Woodhouse and The Public Service. You can find more information about the band and about George himself at www.georgewoodhouse.com. Now, this next video is by East Coast artist Casey May, and song is off of Casey's debut recording called Eden. It was produced by Daryl Landry of Halifax and Bobby Terry of Nashville. Now, the video was created and directed by Daryl Landry and Dylan Garland, and a thank you to Creating Tradition for allowing me to share this video. Here's Casey May with Olympian on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
Stop and turn as you walk by. A star from heaven's brightest constellation, descended from a place divine. Love the way that you move, everything about you has got me feeling hypnotized. Now I finally found you, so everything that I do it just because you're mine. I'll be your Olympian, I will be your champion, shining like a gold medallion, hanging on your heart. Long after the race is run, after all the crowd goes home, I will strive to win your love and make you proud that I'm the chosen one. I'll be your Olympian. Like a heartbeat, every breath I breathe is better with you in my life. I run 100 marathons as long as you're waiting to hold me at the finish line. Everything that I do it just so I prove worthy that your love is mine. Podiums and anthems celebrate the moment. Together we can reach the sky. I'll be your Olympian, I will be your champion, shining like a gold medallion, hanging on your heart. Long after the race is run, after all the crowd goes home, I will strive to win your love and make you proud that I'm the chosen one. I'll be your Olympian. I'll be your Olympian, I will be your champion, shining like a gold medallion, hanging on your heart. Long after the race is run, after all the crowd goes home, I will strive to win your love and make you proud that I'm the chosen one. You're Olympian, you're Olympian.
That was Casey May with Olympian on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. Thank you once again to Creating Traditions for allowing me to share this video. Rumor has it that Creating Traditions has some new projects that are in the works for the end of 2024 or early 2025. So stay tuned. You can check out their YouTube site. Just search out Creating Tradition. Really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, like, comment, share, do all of those great things. I need your support to help to keep the channel going. I want to be able to continue, but what I need for you is to watch the videos. That's very important. And share it with your friends. Spread the word by word of mouth. And also make comment. Let me know what you think of the episodes and how I might be able to improve them for you. Now our next video is an original song by Isabella Samson, which she performed with Rankin McGuinness and the Broken Reed. Here's Sunflower Seeds by Isabella Samson on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
Hi everybody, I am Leona Berkey and you are watching and listening to the brand spanking new East Coast Hour videos. Good times, all East Coast music with living legend Chuck Woodrow. Like it, subscribe, tell your friends. One of the only platforms around showcasing videos of East Coast artists. It's very cool. Watch it.
Might be a little boom. The buzz is coming off of being straight.
I like to think of myself as the kind of person to tell you my mind, but I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Sometimes it's better to be happy than right, so most times I'll give up in a fight, 'cause I'm better at losing than most people. But I'm fragile, you break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind. I'll let you into what I see, but it takes all my energy. So love me like ecstasy, and water me like sunflower seeds. Lose who I am in the crowd, and I'm quiet till I figure them out, 'cause I can't stand the thought of them hating me. And time seems to pass like a bad kidney stone, and I'm crying as I'm driving home, 'cause the person they know doesn't live with me. But I'm fragile, you break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind me. I'll let you into what I see, but it takes all my energy. So love me like ecstasy, and water me like sunflower seeds. Like sunflower seeds. I'll let it in, 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 I'll let it in. But I'm fragile, you break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind me. I'll let you into what I see, but it takes all my energy. So love me like ecstasy, and water me like sun. But I'm fragile, you break me, and a band-aid ain't a remedy. I'll carry troubles with me, but I can't leave mine behind.
That was Isabella Samson with Sunflower Seeds on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. You can check out that song along with a few others from Isabella on her YouTube site. Just search out Isabella Samson. Time to announce the winner of the Nova Scotia Summerfest 2 weekend passes. Now, the Summerfest is taking place in Antigonish, coming up between August 15th to the 17th. Lots of great performers. On Friday, August 16th, there's an East Coast dance party. It's going to be featuring performances by Dee Dee Austin, as well the East Pointers, Neon Dreams, and Joel Plaskett Emergency. And on Saturday, August 17th, there's a rock night out with Slow Coaster, Elise Aaron, Honeymoon Suite, and Kim Mitchell. Check out those groups. And the winner of these tickets, I should say, are going to be able to enjoy that entire weekend. Congratulations to Lynn Gurney of Rocky Bay. Lynn, you are the winner of those 2 weekend passes to Nova Scotia Summerfest. If you're looking for information about the artists and the performances and how to go about getting your tickets, check out their website, novascotiasummerfest.ca. Congratulations once again to Lynn. I will be in contact. Let's move on to our next video. Here is Tyler Mullendore. This is Mama Cry on East Coast Hour with Chuck. That was Tyler Mullendore with Mama Cry on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. Well, you can check out the content on the East Coast Hour YouTube channel. Lots of great videos, all of the episodes. We're on episode number 13. You'll find that, along with all the previous episodes, up on the website. Look under the videos tab. Also, under the various playlists, you can find other playlists there. I have a playlist for you that has included all of the music videos that we have shown here on our episodes of East Coast Hour. I've put those into a playlist for you so you can enjoy all of those East Coast artists. Also, I have a coffee break with an East Coast artist. So one song that you can take a break with and listen to your favorite artist in that list. And as well, there's a podcast on there. It's called On the Move, East Coast Hour on the Move. If you're out taking a walk, a jog, going on a bike ride, or even in your car, put on the headphones and play the podcast of On the Move. It has all of the episodes of East Coast Hour. You can just listen along. You don't have to watch, just listen as you're on the move. Another great festival that's lined up for you this summer is the Stan Rogers Folk Festival. It says, "Come back, be there" in Canso, Nova Scotia. It's taking place between July 25th and 28th. Lots of great artists that are lined up, featuring Jim Cuddy, Rankin and the Broken Reeds, Tim Baker. Also, you'll be hitting the stage will be Emma Stevens, Dave Gunning, Hearts of Kin, J.P. Cormier. Lenny Gallant is going to be there. We're going to talk about Lenny in just a moment. Also performing there is Shiretown, Tara Spencer, so many more. And as well, something you might want to check out is an event that's going on the night before. So on July 25th, the very first night, it's a roar back session where they're bringing together a number of great artists to feature and celebrate the music of Bruce Guthro. It's the StanFest celebrates Bruce Guthro. The circle continues. Lots of great performers lined up, and you might want to check those out. Dave Gunning, Irish Mythen, Jody and Dylan Guthro, J.P. Cormier, Kim Dunn, Lucy McNeil, Matt Anderson, the Men of the Deeps. I did skip by one, and I did that because right now we're going to have a little chat with one of the artists that's going to be performing at StanFest. We're doing our StanFest check-in here. It's Lenny Gallant on the East Coast Artist Showcase here on an East Coast Hour with Chuck. On this week's East Coast Artist Showcase, I'm featuring an artist who's taking part in StanFest 2024. And he's an artist that's not unknown to the East Coast music scene. Lenny Gallant, welcome to the show.
Great to be here.
Lenny, thanks so much for doing this. I'm partnering up with the folks down at StanFest, and knowing that you're one of the performers down there, said that I would like to kind of connect with some of the artists who are going to be performing, and you're our very first one. So welcome, and thank you so much for doing this.
Well, it's an honor. I love playing StanFest. It's always a thrill to be there and connect with the festival itself and so many of the friends and artists that I've known over the years. And it's always great to see what new stuff they're bringing in every time around.
Well, Lenny, you've had a great career, and we'll say so far, internationally renowned. You've traveled all over the world. And you've performed with many artists, and we'll get to talking about some work that you've done with some of those in just a moment. But knowing that you're going to StanFest, and that's the July 25th to the 28th down in Canso here in Nova Scotia, knowing that you've been to Canso before, what do you look most forward to going to StanFest? What do you look most forward to?
Well, I find going to StanFest is almost like a family reunion in many ways, a musical family reunion, and both in that you get to hook up with a lot of fans, a lot of people who have been following your music and your career, but especially with other musicians. There's a handful of musicians that seem to be there almost every year, so it's great to hook up with those guys. Of course, whether and just catch up with what's been happening, what you're up to, what they're up to, and sometimes it leads to collaboration. Sometimes, a lot of cool stuff comes out of it, a lot of creative stuff comes out of it. Of course, this time around is going to be very poignant, with Bruce having recently left us, and I'll be taking part in a bit of a celebration of his life and his connection to StanFest as well this time around.
Yeah, you'll be taking part in the Circle Continues. I think it's the Thursday night performance, where you and along with a number of other artists are going to get together to celebrate Bruce's music and his life. So that should be a very a very emotionally packed evening.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I was there for his funeral, and that was pretty emotional as well. And of course, they celebrated him at the East Coast Music Award. But I think that the fact that he had such a long history of being involved with StanFest is going to hit a lot of people pretty hard.
Yeah, for sure. And the video that he, Dylan, and Jody sent last year, was very touching. So
Yeah,
he'll be deeply missed again this year.
for sure.
So now, Lenny, we'll talk a little bit about, I'll be posting up a copy or the URL for StanFest here, and people can kind of check out when they might catch you on stage at the different events, different venues, I should say, that they have going on there, because there's numerous stages that happen down at StanFest. So we'll post up the link and people can kind of check that out. And talk a little bit about, we'll get to the project or some work that you've recently done. But you have worked with some big names in the industry as well. You've done some work with Jimmy Buffett, and you've also done some work with David Foster and his band. Talk a little bit about some of the work you did, especially about Jimmy.
Well, it was a real honor to both to get to know Jimmy Buffett and to write with him. He had recorded one of my songs almost 20 years ago. He took a liking to the Open Window album of mine, and I received a call that he wanted to record Mademoiselle Voulez-vous danser from that album, which was out of the blue, and that was pretty exciting. And then I ended up meeting up with him in Toronto. We were both performing in Toronto around the same time, and he invited me to perform with him. So I shared the stage in his concert, and that was a thrill, sitting on a surfboard with Mac McAnally and Jimmy Buffett and singing my song. And he came down after a hurricane because he wanted to do some surfing, and I got to cook some lobster for him. We had a great jam session, spent some time together there, and then but over time we kind of lost a bit of touch. So I was real happy when about a year and a half or 2 years ago, he called me up and said he wanted to write some songs together. And so that was pretty awesome. We ended up writing a couple of songs, 2 songs. That was such a thrill to work with him. He had an incredible positive attitude. And as you know, his followers are legion. He's got a massive following still, even after his passing. And so it was a thrill to be invited into his world and to work with the guy. He flew us down to Key West, and I got to actually sing on the album as well. And he wrote a song called PEI. Even though he's never been to PEI, we had talked about him coming here. We had planned to visit here at least half a dozen times, and he kept putting it off. I know now it was due to the progression of his cancer. Right. But even 8 days before he passed, he texted and said that he was undergoing treatment, but hoping for the best. And was I free in October if he could make it? Because he was hoping that he'd be able to. And 8 days later, he was gone. It was quite a shock, because he was so positive. He tried to remain very optimistic right till the very end.
Nice story. Jimmy Buffett, I mean, infamous basically in the music industry, and it was so nice that you had that opportunity to have that connection with him.
It was great, I mean, the impact that he has on the industry is quite fantastic. I don't think I really grasped it totally until we met up down in Nashville. He was doing a show there, and he invited me to it. And when I went downtown to see the show, I realized they had gated off the entire downtown Nashville for his Parrot Head following, the tailgate party and so forth. I was amazed. I don't know if there's another artist in Nashville who can do that. Maybe Taylor Swift, but it kind of spoke to the support that he had from his fans. His fans just love him to death, and bad choice of words, I suppose, but they still do love him after the fact that he's gone. He's still there in spirit, that's for sure.
Yeah, Lenny, we're looking forward to having you down in Kansas once again for StanFest. Again, the dates are July 25th to the 28th. So thank you so much for doing this. But I want to talk about a video that we're going to show in just a few moments that you did some work on with. It was a South African sailor who was doing a kind of a Golden Globe race around the world that you had some connection with, and song got written and the video got made. Talk a little bit about that. We're going to feature that in just a moment.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I became, my partner Patricia and I became good friends of this amazing sailor. Her name was Kirsten Neuschafer. Spent a year in Prince Edward Island getting her boat ready for this fantastic, probably the world's most dangerous sailing race. She found a boat. The reason she ended up in PEI, she found a boat in Newfoundland, which needed a lot of repair, a boat that qualified for the race. She went to pick it up. It was during COVID, and because of COVID and the restrictions, she only made it as far as PEI, where she luckily fell in with a bunch of people that loved the idea of her dream of entering this solo around the world race, and spent a year helping her getting her boat ready. In particular, one machinist and welder, Eddie Arsenault, and a bunch of other our friends who were very supportive in raising money. And we ended up meeting her and took part in fundraising for her, and had spent a lot of dinners. She used to come to our shows. So she was part of this race called the Golden Globe Solo Around the World Sailing Race, probably the world's most dangerous sailing race, in that you're one person on a very small boat sailing completely around the world. You have no contact with the outside world. You can only use navigation from before 1967, because that was the first race. You have to take everything with you when you leave port, and you have no contact with the world. You get, outside of extreme hurricane reports, you basically are on your own. But we were able to follow it because of satellite. Each boat had a satellite responder, so we were following the race at least 3 or 4 times a day. And she was the only woman of 18 sailors in this race. And when she was going around Cape Horn, I was so inspired by her courage and sense of adventure. I wrote a song about her. Of course, she didn't know I'd written the song. It was a month before she finished the race. And she didn't really hear the song until she crossed the finish line in France, whereupon she learned that she actually won the race.
Wow.
And they were blasting my song to her over the sound system as she came into port. That was the first time she heard it. So it was pretty cool. She's been feted all over the world now because of this tremendous achievement, and it's quite an accomplishment. She even had to deviate from her course for a day and a half to save a fellow sailor whose boat suddenly sank. 2 boats sank during this race. It's quite a fantastic journey, and I had spent a little bit of time on a small boat myself, on a 47-foot schooner. I did some ocean sailing with my friend Tom Gallant, and 3 of us had sailed it out on the North Atlantic in the month of November, and broke a mast in a storm and hit a few gales ourselves. So I knew what it was like out there. So the fact that she was out there all by herself, going all the way around the world, it really impressed me, and very proud to call her a friend.
Nice, very nice. Has she been back to PEI since?
Pardon me?
Has she been back to PEI since?
Yeah, she has. And interestingly enough, talking about Jimmy Buffett, when I told Jimmy Buffett about her, he became a fan of hers as well, and contacted her and congratulated her. And Kirsten was back. She was back early this year, and I'm sorry, late last year, I should say. And we went out for a sail in Malpeque Bay, and in honor of Jimmy writing the song about PEI, which talks about Malpeque Bay, and so we went out there by Jimmy Buffett and his music, and got to talk about Kirsten and her adventure as well. We went out sailing on a little Hobie Cat, and it was pretty cool experience. You can see that video on YouTube, by the way, if you look it up.
Good. Lenny, thank you so much for doing this and for taking part, and hopefully people will get the chance to connect with you and see you perform down at StanFest in July. So thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm really looking forward to being at StanFest. We're going to be there, of course, as you mentioned, part of the Guthro tribute, but I'll also be there Friday and Saturday. I'm not sure what day I'm doing a main stage there yet, but it's going to be a blast to be part of it all, and very much looking forward to being there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We're going to feature your video right now, so I'm going to get you to introduce it.
Well, this is the video we made for Kirsten Neuschafer. It's for my song On the Minnehaha. The Minnehaha is the name of her boat, and it's an indigenous word which means the laughing waters. And the video was put together by my partner Patricia and I, mostly Patricia. And I got everybody who had supported or helped Kirsten while she spent a year on PEI getting her boat ready to get together and sing on the video. And so in the end of the video, you will also see a lot of the people from PEI that supported and helped her. And so it was a lot of fun having them. They all got to see her when she came back for a visit not that long ago to thank everybody. And yeah, we're very happy with the response to the video and also the song on Radio Margaritaville. They've been playing it as one of their top 10 songs since October. And it blows me away how much airplay that song was getting there on Radio Margaritaville. So very thankful to everybody who's checked it out. And for those of you who are seeing it for the first time, I hope you really like it. So I hope to see y'all at StanFest. I'm real happy. I'm going to have my wonderful band there with me, Patricia Richard and Julian Robichaud and Marie Andre. And just want to say thanks very much for listening to the East Coast Music Hour with Chuck, and hope to see you all soon.
I feel really, really blessed by life, by all the friendships, by all the support. And so I don't feel alone out here. I know there are lots of people watching.
Pulled by the gale and siren song to the only place where she belongs. Only the stars will guide her now. Only the wind will show her how. On the Minnehaha, can you hear the laughing waters? Ha 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 ha. She sails into the sun on the Minnehaha. Sing a song for the ocean's daughter. Ha 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 ha. A new day's begun. This boat is strong, she will be fast. Now lash the helm, climb the mast, pull all the reef knots out of the main, then let her have her way again. On the Minnehaha, can you hear the laughing waters? Ha 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 ha. She sails into the sun on the Minnehaha. Sing a song for the ocean's daughter. Ha 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 ha. A new day's begun. Sky moan and mercury falling, distant thunder soon to be calling. See the lightning talking tough from cloud to cloud. Keep a steady hand on the helm. You paid the price to cross this realm. You know the way the wind is moving now. This dream will take you round the world. This boat will shape you like a pearl. The sextant on the morning sun will take you there before an On the Minnehaha, can you hear the lapping waters? She sails into the sun on the Minnehaha. Sing a song for the ocean's daughter. A new day on the Minnehaha. Can you hear the lapping waters? She sails into the sun on the Minnehaha. Sing a song for the ocean's daughter. Can you hear the laughing waters?
Hey, it's John Mullane dropping in here to tell you I'm excited and stoked to be part of this cool new music video show. And this is an East Coast Hour with Chuck.
Times have been rough. What I wouldn't give to have you right here by my side, telling me that everything will be alright. So I pulled out my wallet and took out that old picture. If I could turn back the hands of time, there'd be so many things different I would choose. To have you right here with me, nothing I wouldn't do. Took a drive today out by our old place. When I close my eyes, I can still see your face. Looking out the window, waiting for me to go home. Instead of sitting here all alone. So I pulled out my wallet and I took out that old picture of you. If I could turn back the hands of time, there'd be so many things different I would choose. To have you right here with me, nothing I would do.
That was Dustin McCall, brand new entertainer. There's nothing I wouldn't do here on East Coast Hour. I'm Chuck Boudreau. Dustin is a 20-year-old from Port Hawkesbury who recently got into songwriting and has recorded some of his own songs, which is one of which you just watched. As well, Dustin has been out doing some open mic sessions around the Port Hawkesbury and Richmond County areas. So congratulations to Dustin, and keep on going on. Well, it's time to wrap up our episode for this week. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 13. You can join me again next Sunday for a whole new East Coast Hour. So don't forget, subscribe, watch, share, like, comment, all of those. But again, the important thing is watch the videos, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy. Now, the video we're going to play next is the newest single from the Town Heroes. It's the most Canadian song you'll hear all year, and it's certainly the only one that mentions Bobby Orr, Fireball, Blood, and the Halifax Mooseheads. It's infused with horns, fiddles, and lyrical storytelling akin to John Prine and Stan Rogers. Hockey Fights is an indie folk romp through a half-drunk, hormone-fueled night at the local arena. Hope you enjoy. Here's the Town Heroes with Hockey Fights on East Coast Hour with Chuck.
We got all buzzed on Fireball and stumbled to the game. The Moose were playing French tune and I couldn't pronounce her name. Sun was setting early that October time of year. Leaves are falling to the ground for the hurricanes to clear. Through the gate, slice of pizza, $12 a drink. Living in the moment's more expensive than you think. Find our seats, a couple stories as we're squeezing by. I drop the puck, I grab your hand and look into your eyes. There were goals and a little blood, but it couldn't get you off my mind. When they scored and the people buzzed, I was Bobby Orr in overtime. Hockey fights and falling in love with you. Hockey fights and falling in love with you. Felt like and rowdy, but I thought to play it cool. After all, the kids out there better not act like a fool. Arena was electric and I felt the same myself. Kinda like I inherited the richest country's wealth. There were goals and a little blood, but it couldn't get you off my mind. When they scored and the people buzzed, I was Bobby Orr in overtime. Hockey fights and falling in love with you. Hockey fights and falling in love with you. fights and I'm falling in love with you. Hockey fights and I'm falling in love with you.